Hi, I'm Rob Smith from Southwest Customised Clothing and welcome to my channel. Today I'm just going to do a really quick video on the Forever Laser Dark No Cut papers, the A to B system. So this is your A foil and your B paper, which is your glue paper. And I'm just going to show you how to marry them together, A to B, and then how to apply them to a garment. This is a full colour process, so you print it on your Oki white toner printer, and you can print onto pretty much anything, sort of cottons, nylons, polyesters, with full colour prints. This, as I say, is a two paper process, which is this is the foil you print onto, and this is the glue paper, as it were, that you then press to it, which transfers the glue to the back of your image, which you then apply to the garment. So what we're going to do is we're going to press this first. This is the first stage a lot of people have troubles with, but what we're going to do is press this on the heat press at 150 degrees for 90 seconds, and that will infuse the glue to the back of the inks that we've put onto the A foil. And what we'll then do is show you how to apply that to a garment. So this is the Forever Laser Dark No Cut papers. Okay, what we're going to do is just preheat the bottom button to make sure it's hot from the bottom and the top as soon as the graphic goes in. So that's gently heated that. What we're then going to do is take the graphic and lay it face down on here, which is the A foil with the print on, and then we're going to take the B paper and lay that down on top of it, making sure it sits perfectly over the top. Then we're going to just put a bit of protection paper on there to help protect it, and so that we don't get any glue or anything onto the bottom, the heat plate, and again damage it or mark it. We don't want to have to clean that. Keep it as clean as possible. So we're going to set that off now for 90 seconds. Right, that's got 10 seconds to do. What we're going to do is open that up when it beeps and peel it apart. It's a hot peel, so we want to leave the graphic on the platen, take off the protection paper, and then what we want to do is get both corners, and we're going to pull away from the heat plate. So we want to leave it on the platen so it stays hot. We're going to pull in one swift motion, nice and smooth, without stopping, and we're going to keep it as flat to the heat plate platen as we can. There we go, nice and gently, and as you come to the end, just let it pop off. Right, I don't know if you'll see this, but there you go, you can see where the glue has lifted. So you can look at that, there's no ink on there at all, which means all of the ink has stayed on the A foil and glued everything up properly. So this is the graphic. So as you can see, great colours on there. This is all going to print now onto the garment. So that is the A to B process. Literally very simple. Press it at 150 degrees for 90 seconds and then leave it flat on the plate so that you're not taking any heat out of it, and peel back the B paper as close to the graphic as you can, the A foil, and smoothly, one motion without stopping, and gently at the end, just let it gently come away, because sometimes you can pop bits of ink off, but doing it like that, absolutely perfect. So what we'll do now is we'll put this onto a hoodie. Okay, so before we proceed with pressing the graphic onto a garment, a hoodie in this case, what you need to do is you need to just cut around the whole of the outside of the graphic. If you look closely, there's a very, very small indentation line right around the edge. What that is that's a glue indentation line where the paper and the glue is pushed together in the marrying process. You get a small piece of glue pushed to the outside. If you don't cut that piece off, that will come off on the graphic as a line and look terrible. So you do need to cut around the whole outside of the sheet, just to make sure none of that transfers onto the garment. Okay, so what I've done here is I've cut out the graphics and I've applied them to the garment with some resistant heat tape. And this is just holding them in place on the hoodie. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pop this under. This is a polycotton hoodie, and we're going to pop that under there, and it's going to go on for 141 degrees for 30 seconds. Okay, so that's what we've done. That's the graphic cut out, stuck onto the garment and ready for pressing. As I've just shown you a close-up of the garment ready for pressing with the graphics applied, I'm going to stick on some protection paper again just to help stop any marking of the garment. Push that under there, then we're going to drop that down for pressing. Now this is a cold pill, so when this has done its 30 seconds, what I'll do is I'll take it off and I'll put it to one side, and then I'll show you the cold pill process, and then we'll finish it with a matte finishing paper, and that is it, done. At the moment the graphic is being applied to the garment with the glue's heating up, and that's now adhering. Just finished. So there we are. That's the graphic applied. Very, very hot. So we're going to let that cool down a minute and then I'll show you how to peel. Okay, the graphic has now cooled down sufficiently to peel. Cold peel, obviously, with this one because it does peel the ink off if you try and peel it warm. Okay, so what you do, have the garment nice and flat, put one hand next to the graphic and I get the corner, and then peel it back up and then just roll it back on itself. Okay, so keeping the carrier, which is the actual A foil, nice and flat to itself, and roll it back on itself and it'll come off. There we go, completely all come off, no ink left on there. Do the same with the next one, so we're just going to pick up the edge, roll it over on itself, keep one hand on the side and just roll, let it roll back all over itself. And there's the graphic. Again, all come off, ready for finishing. Okay, this is a two-step finish process, which is obviously the applying and the finishing. This time we're going to use what they call a matte finishing paper. So this matte finishing paper will finish the ink and print it and give it a finish which will stop it peeling. So basically, if you was to put this through the wash now, the whole garment would sort of lose its ink. This would all come off. It'd be useless. This helps cure the ink, as it were, and help it adhere to the garment. So this is a matte finishing paper. At the moment, the graphic is very shiny, you know, and looks sort of not quite right. Once you apply this matte finishing paper, again, 30 seconds on 140 degrees because it's a polycotton, that matte finishing paper will, as I say, cure everything and take the shine off, because you don't want it to look shiny like that. It's not a nice shine. It's just to let you know basically that it hasn't been finished. So what this is doing now is just doing that process, and in a minute I'll show you the finished product, which basically is the cured ink on the garment, which will then have really good durability, wash well as long as it's looked after, and yeah. Okay, so we'll pull that out, you peel it up, and like I say, what I do is always give it a little rub. That's very, very hot. Let's put that over there. Okay, so lift this off. Okay, so there is the finished garment, and you can see it feels great. I can't hardly feel there's anything on there now. That's become part of the garment. It's really soft, that'll wash well. And what I'll do is I'll show you the back now. We'll do the same process on the back, just a different graphic. But yeah, that feels great, and job done. So that's the Forever Laser Dark A to B papers. Okay. Okay, this is the back of the garment. It's cool, completely cooled now. So I just thought I'd show you a close-up of peeling it again. So what we do is we get hold of the corner and we literally lay it down itself, put a hand over it, and we just roll. You just roll it back on itself. Roll it back nice and gently. And as you can hear it popping and crunching, as it were. And then there you go. The whole graphic has come away lovely on the garment. I don't know if you can see it there, but it has got a shine to it and a sort of shiny, glossy feel. So that is why we then pop the gloss matte finishing paper over the top. What we'll do is we'll repress that for 30 seconds on 140 and show you the finished product. Okay, this has just come out, still very, very hot. So you peel back the matte finishing paper and you can see some of the shine's gone now. So yeah, and it feels much better. It feels like it's actually part of the garment now. You can't sort of tell where there's ink and where there's not. So that'll wash well, as long as it's washed inside out on about a 30. You won't lose any of these colours. And that's why this is such a great process. This hasn't been rasterized because it's not a heavy inked image. If this was all solid, what we would do is rasterize it, which would be fill it with millions of little holes or lines so that from a distance or not so close, it looks exactly the same, but close up, it's broken up a bit. That helps with the feel and durability of it. But this has turned out great. Another 5 to do. Right, well, that's been a really quick video on the process of the Forever Laser Dark No Cut papers, A to B pressing and then A foil onto garment. As you can see, the results are really great with this product. You can do full colour on black, various materials, polyesters, nylons, cottons, polycons. You know, it's a great product. There are other ones on there which I'm going to do some tests of other papers out there. But at the moment, I'm really pleased with this product. And I'll hopefully be doing some reviews of some of their other bits and pieces soon. But yeah, so really turns out well. Really pleased with that. Front and back, as I say, you know, great product. Easy to use once you get the hang of it. I must admit, when I first started it, it was difficult. But now that I just so easy, such a simple process, as long as you follow the instructions, correct pressure, correct temperature, correct timings, correct process of peeling the paper away, flat and level, not trying to peel it up. Other than that, you can't go wrong, really. Any questions, please do feel free to ask. I'm happy to answer any questions on these products or any others. We use an awful lot here, so drop us a question. Thanks for watching. You know, please subscribe. It helps me grow the channel. Please press the like button if you like the video. Press the thumbs down button if you didn't. Happy with all your honest opinions. But thank you so much for joining us, and we'll be back with another video soon. Thank you.